juveniles in here. The yellow one's Cleopatra. Now, she was owned illegally in Chicago, Illinois, in an apartment. She was a lot smaller, but he was fined like $5,000 or something along that. Now, we were just talking about how the Siamese, both of them, the mom and the dad, protect the nest, when all the other species of crocodilians, usually the mom. She is very, very aggressive when it comes to protecting the nest. This whole sandy area is her nest. So when she laid those 54 eggs, she laid it in the corner right there. Easy for us. We just go in, grab them, leave. But anytime the male stepped foot on that sand, she would get after him. If anyone came near the fence, she would get after them. So we had to do like alternate routes to not bother her. So she was extremely feisty, and you can imagine what taking those eggs would have done. But we did take the eggs, and after, she still protected the nest even though we took the eggs, because she didn't know the eggs were gone. And after 90 days, since the eggs didn't hatch, she stopped protecting the nest.
Oh, wow.
But we do have incubators. And with incubators and reptiles, there are two types of temperatures where you can either get a male or a female out of it. I don't know the exact temperature, but the lower one, like the mid 80s to upper 80s, is like male, and then upper 80s to low 90s are females. So we can determine what hatches from those eggs. And her eggs did hatch. They're still in medical, I believe. I don't know how many hatched, but she did lay 54 eggs total.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, so gestation period between species differs a lot, but I assume that they all lay between like 10 and 60, 70 eggs, right? Around there. No definite amount though, but 54, 55, that's been a number this year, because that's what we've been getting. It's a lot of eggs.
And the American croc flopped out like a fish at my feet. It was laid across my feet, maybe like, you know, a 7-foot-long American crocodile, and it let the noose loose on its lips, and it chased our animal care team down that hallway right there before we were able to finally get her and you know, get her into a transport tube. And I mean, exciting things happen here all the time. There's no need to unnecessarily embellish and make it, you know, it's like there are things that are scary about reptiles, and there are things that are not at all scary and they're awesome about reptiles.
Mr. Scruff, the possum that used to live with Mr. Chow, he did pass away this year, but he was like 2 years old. He was elderly possum. He only lived maybe 2-3 years. Really? Possums don't live long at all. We got him when he was an itty bitty baby. His mom was died. Females live a little. Education, alligator. We take her to schools. Well, we're actually taking her to what we call a science night at a school, not next week, but the week after, and we will just was found up north by the Grand Canyon. So he was thrown on a piece of property in a pond by a man, and that man just let him fend for himself. So Clem was only eating like frogs and small fish. And then the man just up and left. Moved out, sold his property. The people who went on the property did not know there was an alligator there. Got their shit scared out of them when they did find them. Called Game and Fish, called us.
That is
That's
insane.
fun they're doing.
He
I
wants
was
to.
instigating it. Say this again.
So another woman was eaten by a retic this year, a few weeks ago. Now it would be the third person in the past 5-7 years, I believe, that has been eaten by a reticulated python.
Wow.
Out in Southeast Asia.
Hey, Robert. Get
They're
on
the
the
only
other side of
species
that.
big
Hold on.
enough to eat people. Oh, that's so cute!
Oh, there's a
Ah, it's Puff and Potato, that's their names.
That's so cool. That's a big retic.
Wait until I showed you.
So someone's here 24/7 to make sure the heating's all working and stuff. I think these guys ate today, and that's why they're being fun.
Is that a pair of kings or a king? That is a king.
Yeah, we don't put two together because they eat each other. But Puff, she was a pet. Very, very sweet lady. Savannah monitor.
I love savannas.
I've never met a nice one before these two.
Really?
Yeah, I've always been attacked by them.
I was say, yeah, normally they're pretty.
Anyone want to hold her?
I got an ox at home that's a little
wanna hold her?
bit bigger than that one.
Yeah.
Want to hold her?
She loves like ear massages. Loves it.
Oh, wow. Good size for a female.
She's
Nice.
fat. She's a little overweight.
That cobra wants
No,
to lick
she's,
your ear.
she's actually perfect.
Is she?
Yeah, so these guys are insectivores, and they actually are a slender body. Most of the ones that you see that are really, really big and fat, those are actually obese. And it's because of people feeding them meat and chicken and
Yeah, we give her chicken every once in a while, but we don't give her too much. It's more of like a treat because
Right.
it's fattening.
right.
We'll feed her fish. I think we fed her quail before, and we feed her a lot of insects.
Yeah, that's mainly their diet in the wild. They're mainly insectivores. So yeah, for the most part, these guys are like really slender bodied and like if you ever, I don't know if you've ever seen them when they get imported in, but they're really thin, they're really slender, and it's because they're meant to be agile and small enough to fit into the rocks to get their prey and stuff like that. And that's just really cool. She's a beautiful animal.
Yeah, when I go to schools or to booths with her, she just curls up in my jacket and she sleeps the whole time. Like nothing will bother her. Not even a speed bump when I'm driving. Like she stays asleep the whole time.
I don't really let them just walk in. I
Yeah.
don't ever force them.
She's
Just the
very
tail.
slow. And he's just like, where the heck have you been? He is just as good as she is when it comes to handling, but sometimes he tells you when he's like, nope, not today.
That happens.
So-
Look at the banana or the pectinata. That is a beautiful pectinata. Is that a pike? Or is that just a normal pectinata?
We got this new guy. This is the coastal carpet python. He was a surrender.
That is a big.
I was told, yeah, he's huge. I was told that he's okay. But he has struck at a lot of us, so I want him to be cool because he's a beautiful guy. And then yeah, they're one of our most popular. We've had a lot of babies, and then we adopted them all out like that. It was so fast.
Believe it or not, we used to breed Dumerals, and nobody wanted them for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, this past couple of years, Dumerals just exploded, and everybody wants them, and they're just incredible.
I do prefer Dumerals over red tails. Just me. I like their personality a little bit better.
You know what happened to you?
Yep, she was burned by a heat lamp. It was before we got her at her previous home. I believe she was pretty well taken care of. It's an accident that can always happen. Accidents happen. Sometimes they bump something and it knocks it lower,
Right.
But yeah, it was just a burn. But she is a very, very sweet girl. She is one of our snakes that we give, or we let youngins, like young kids, meet for the first time.
Wow.
She's just so chill.
Wow.
She's the only one of the very few snakes that I trust to let like a 2-year-old around, because a 2-year-old is not gonna tell, like, they're just gonna grab the face, you know.
If you actually look at the face, she's got a really
she's
unique
got a
pattern.
beautiful face.
I don't know if that's coming through. I'm losing my voice, guys, so apologize for me sounding funny. But this is just a beautiful animal. And what's kind of weird is I know it's all healed and it looks really good, but this, it looks like a kind of like a pied white. That is really cool the way that healed up.
That's crazy. I wonder what happened to my iguana, bro.
That is insane. You are beautiful. Such an amazing animal, guys.
I'm disappointed you this whole time I've been talking to you. Since you picked up the Savannahs, I've been trying to find a picture of mine.
Yeah. Means you're slacking, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the picture.
Beautiful. I love the iridescence that they have.
Yeah. I mean, they're an island species. I always say island species are either big,
Yeah,
small,
big.
or weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also learned that these guys, a lot of the food that they can get are baby lemurs.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just
Makes
like, I
sense.
don't know. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but aren't lemurs up in trees?
Sometimes dumerals go in trees to
Yeah,
get
they
away
do
from
climb.
the water. From when there's flooding.
Oh yeah, flooding, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Makes sense.
You know how
makes
most
sense.
iguanas are like poop monsters? So, I got a 4-foot one at home that thinks it's a dog.
Oh.
Like it'll get on anybody, you can pick him up, he's
Adorable.
awesome.
I had a green iguana. Freaking.
That's insane. I love the tree monitors.
I've just always been attacked, or like they ran away, and it would take like 4 or 5 of us to catch them.
Oh yeah, no, that is definitely a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. When I know they're gonna bite me, they like do the head wiggle on your skin. She did that to me this morning. and I
All the
was...
snakes you had to pull out, Darian, you had to pull that one out.
Yeah, dude. It's Durango Mountain King.
She's pretty. and
beautiful.
sweet.
Durango, huh?
Look at that head. Look at the U on its head.
Pretty.
Like, it is a really pretty contrast.
That
This is
looks
like
like
a
an
green
eagle.
hue. Yep.
That's an eagle.
That is beautiful. And you're thinking about eating my hand. It's alright. Look, there's 3 stripes here
Is
that
that
have
black?
no red. There's like a little bit of red
Yeah.
here. But it's almost like tiger stripe, like tiger scratches going through. And then there's this right here that has like that weird, like yellow blotching. Oh, it starts down here towards his tail too.
I like the phoenix on the head, though.
Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, look at that. It's got like the yellow coming through the middle of each. That is really pretty. That's a beautiful animal.
It's a rock collection.
Right.
All right, guys, so we had a fantastic time here. We had a couple different people help us out, make some awesome content for you guys. We got to do this amazing tour. We will be dropping another video separately from this tour on the special topic of the Chinese alligator. So stay tuned for that. Robert, did you have fun?
I had a great time, man. It was a good time to be able to come out today and mix it up. We got to see a lot of cool stuff and meet some very interesting people. It was a good time.
Anything stick out to you personally?
Venomous, of course, it always does.
Yeah.
But seeing the crocs up and close, that was really fun too. And I got to see some fur-bearing animals today. That was pretty awesome. Capybaras were something cool I've never messed with, but that was a lot of fun. Well, thanks for taking me, man. I had a
And
good
we
time.
got to see the raccoon.
Yeah. That was the fur-bearing animal I was discussing.
Yeah, that guy was pretty awesome. We had a fantastic time here today. I'm glad you had a lot of fun. This was great taking you out with me. I'm definitely going to have to do that again. Next time we'll have to take the kids to do something special like this. I think His son and my son would love to come out and do these type of tours. Huge shout out to my wife Destiny, who's behind the camera. If she wants to wave real quick. But this was just a fantastic time, guys. Make sure to check out Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary. They do rescue a ton of animals. As you see here, this pen here is full of sulcata tortoises.
Rock yard.
But these guys are commonly being dropped off here, and they need a home. So if you guys are looking for adopting a sulcata tortoise, they have everything from tiny little babies to very large adults. Make sure to give them a call. I will have their link in the description below.
And should you know anybody that is buying a sulcata tortoise, make sure you tell them how big they get. A lot of people don't know that info. They get this animal, find out how long it lives and how big it gets. Yes, they're immense, very big. The whole thing is a lot of people don't know how big they do get. And when they get this size and they don't want them tearing their backyard up anymore, people have been known to let them go, let them decease, or give them up. And when they get big enough to where they're not something that can be handleable, they don't want them anymore. So that's why this happens. And
this is just one of many yards that they have, guys. This is
one of 5.
Yeah, one of 5 yards of just sulcata species, guys. So this is pretty insane. They are actually over there doing construction, as you guys can see right here, as well as over there. They're having to extend the pen because there's so many animals here. So that is what's going on here. There's a ton. I mean, you guys can see how big these burrows are, how many are fitting in one hole. So these guys definitely need help finding homes for them. So if you guys are looking for a sulcata, if this is something you want to get into, make sure to reach out to the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary. If you guys want to do an amazing tour like we did, make sure to contact them and set something up. This was an amazing tour.
Time.
This was tons of fun, guys. Very knowledgeable about what animals are here. This was fantastic. So we'll definitely have to come back again and try to do this again sometime. But until next time, I'll catch you guys all later.
See you later.